So it's Wednesday, January 31st, the last day of January. Today was overall okay, at the school. We did have a minor hiccup altercation with two males this time. We were able to kind of get ahead of things before they got out of control. But unfortunately, one of the younger guys, whose older brother is a loose cannon, and let's keep it a buck. I mean, they're really all the siblings and the moms are loose cannon too. I have to check on Settles, one of my coworkers, who had a situation a couple months back where a student spat in his face and took a knife. We had to go on lockdown at the school and was actively searching for him throughout the school, caused physical harm due to the fact that allegedly my coworker put him in a chokehold. But there's if it happened, it happened off camera. But to spit in someone's face, you have no moral code. And that's what's so upsetting to me right now. And unfortunately, this young man, or boy, I should say, because again, these youngins have no code. Unfortunately, has a history of foolishness. And Montgomery County is the only county that I even knew. I didn't know it was a thing where you could be arrested as a minor and be released to your parents by the police and just have paperwork filed. Long story short, that individual got what they call 30-day in E, which is, I guess, the E used to stand for expulsion. Expulsion is not a thing anymore, at least not around these parts, around the DMV. That just means they send you away to an alternative school with the potential of you coming back. Mind you, this individual had a knife, made us go into lockdown, stabbed my coworker's tire, left the knife in the tire, came back to campus with his shirt off, cussing and causing a scene. This is all at 10 o'clock. We had at least 7 or 8 police officers at hand. And even after the fact, which is totally unfair, my coworker was quote unquote investigated. They dropped the ball too on that. Originally, there was a mix up, quite a debacle on their part. But what kind of message are you sending to the rest of the kids at school? And we're not keeping them accountable. They're destined to lose. Again, like I can't stress how the fact, the prison pipeline is real. We don't live in an industrial industry anymore. There's a new generation of free thinkers. And everyone has to stay plugged in. So the programming is all jacked up in the sense of having multiple windows open, not being able to think straight, and lack of mental capacity to control their emotions. And it starts at home. It does. But I get it. A lot of parents working, mom or dad's working multiple jobs, so they're literally left to their devices. And I'm not saying we should give up on them, but the school system needs to be revamped. And I'm very, very disappointed in the fact that the way how things came about with that whole situation. And that young man is either going to come back tomorrow or Friday, who is a liability. Again, not just to the school, but to himself. You know, the fact that we're creating individuals that don't have the capacity to control their emotions. You know, there's a serious disconnect between ego and spirit. And I have this conversation all the time because most can't decipher between the two. And it really took me a long time to really come into my own and be happy with myself and knowing myself. And it's very challenging. I get it. Your hormones are going crazy. I'm not convinced that ADHD is a thing. I think a lot of that can be attributed to diet. It's true what they say, you are what you eat. So that's my rant for today. Again, just trying to get things off my chest. So yeah, stay tuned. Hit y'all with more content, life and times. I actually have a funny story. I'll save it for tomorrow though. Y'all be easy. Coach Q signing off. Peace, love, more hair grease. Also, make sure to smile. Smile more. This is infectious. If you're you never know whose path you cross, and that can change everything. All right? I be well.